Ladies, I'm here on the show. I'm doing NFL news here tonight, my last video. I'm not doing the Xfinity review. I didn't do it today. I really feel like doing it. I could rant about it if I wanted to, but I'll do the Cup race though. I just kind of forgot about doing the Xfinity race. It is what it is. But let's get into some news here. So, start with the end report with the NFL. The hashtag Bucks are nearly full strength as safeties Antoine Winfield Jr. has been dealing with a foot injury and safety Jordan Whitehead dealing with a groin are both likely to play. Source said offensive tackle Luke Goedeke with a concussion and defensive tackle Calijah Kancey with a calf are both back as well. So they're full strength, man, getting a lot of defense players back, getting one of the best safeties in the league, Antoine Winfield back from injury. He's been an impact player since he's been there, so huge for that defense to get them back. So I'm kind of interested to see how Spencer Rattler does against that Bucks defense, pretty much at full strength. Hashtag Raiders running back Zamir White, dealing with a groin injury, was back at practice on Friday, but he's still considered a long shot to play. Source said Las Vegas had previously downgraded Jakobi Meyers' ankle to doubtful as well. So it looks like no Jakobi Meyers, as he's been downgraded to doubtful for tomorrow as well. So there's going to be a long shot for Zamir White, and it looks like no Jakobi Meyers for their game. The hashtag Colts QB Anthony Richardson with an oblique Achilles is questionable, but it had a good week of practice and with a solid pregame workout, should play today, source said. There's a good chance he has both wide receivers Michael Pittman Jr., who's been dealing with a back injury, and Josh Downs with a toe injury back as well. So it looks like the Colts offense will be back at full strength, having their top two receivers back and Anthony Richardson this week. And you can say, oh yeah, Flacco's starting this game, and what's the point of it? You'd rather see Anthony Richardson, your future young quarterback now. So, hashtag Texans running back, who has missed the last several games with a high ankle sprain, is expected back in the lineup today, source said. The Texans need him because they have a big game. I think against, who they play? Texans. Who the Texans play? Yeah, it's a big, against the Patriots. Well, not a really big game. I thought they played they played a much better opponent, but I guess it's good to get Joe Mixon back for this week, just to get him back into the swing of things before they play the Packers week after that, a tougher opponent. Hashtag Jaguars wide receiver Gabe Davis with a knee and tight end Evan Ingram hamstring are both listed as questionable and are both likely to play in London today versus the Bears, sources say. Well, good news for the Jaguars, Evan Ingram can play. The bad news is Gabe Davis can play. Gabe Davis has completely done nothing for this offense, and he sucks. He can go ahead and sit this one out. Hashtag Ravens All-Pro cornerback Marlon Humphrey, who was limited this week with an ankle injury, is expected to play today, source said. He's going to be needed against this resurgent offensive attack by the Washington Commanders. We are Commanders. Bum 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 bum. That's a big boost in that secondary to have him this week. Hopefully it'll give them a boost. Sorry, I'm trying to hold in a yawn. Panthers wide receiver Deontay Johnson listed as questionable with an ankle injury. Should be good to go today, source said. Like they're one wide receiver weapon, one they're like two with Xavier Legette. So at least they'll have Deontay Johnson against whoever the fuck they play today. The hashtag Arizona Cardinals are unlikely to have kicker Matt Prater, who is questionable with a knee injury, source said. They have elevated PS practice squad kicker Chad Ryland on Saturday. Oh boy, everybody remembers Chad Ryland. the guy that had probably the loudest doink in NFL history. So I'm surprised Matt Prater's still in the league. To be honest, man. Sources. The hashtag Lions and star running back David Montgomery have agreed to terms on a 2-year extension worth $18.25 million with $10.5 million additional guarantee. A key part of a dynamic Detroit backfield, Montgomery is now locked through 2027. Yeah, man. Good deal. 2 years, $18 million, and him and Jahmyr Gibbs, basically, they split the snaps nearly 50-50. And look, Gibbs is not built for 35 touches. This has been clear even in his draft profile. They got 2 running backs that are really good. That split 50-50. And it's a good contract too. 2 years, $18 million. And a rarity for running backs, but he gets a new deal with 2 years left. So he's staying basically there for the next 4 years. And a well-deserved deal. Tommy. So, the Giants, they have placed linebacker Kayvon Thibodeaux on injured reserve after he had that fractured scaphoid bone in his wrist and had the surgery. So, Kayvon Thibodeaux and all, if the Bengals lose this game on prime time, it's going to be embarrassing, ladies and gentlemen. Some Sunday transactions. The Eagles signed wide receiver Paris Campbell to the 53-man roster. The Colts signed running back Evan Hull to the 53-man roster. The Falcons activated linebacker Nate Landman from IR. The Panthers added tight end Ian Thomas and outside linebacker Marquise Hayes Sr. to the 53-man roster. And the Patriots activated linebacker Sion Talkies to the 53-man roster. Those are some transactions. Giants running back Devin Singletary, punter Jamie Gillan, and wide receiver Bryce Ford Wheaton have all been downgraded to out against whoever the hell they play. Some Tyrone Tracy value should do well. Be another week of no Devin Singletary. The Commanders have downgraded running back Brian Robinson Jr. to out with a knee injury. He had been questionable, but he is out with a knee injury, and Austin Ekeler will get the start this week. But you're good. Austin Ekeler's good, so I think he's been their best running back, so I believe they'll be fine. So Jaguars owner Shahad Khan, he remains steadfast in support of Doug Peterson, Trent Baalke. He said, "I still believe in them. I believe in the players. I believe in the coaching staff. I believe in Trent." Well, what's he gonna say? Yeah, I'm firing them. Just let the year go, and they'll probably fire him. Look at the product on the field. Are you seeing anything good? Woo! Heard a loud yawn, ladies and gentlemen. A bit tired. There's a reason their record has been abysmal since he bought the team. But I mean, what else is he supposed to say though? Bills running back James Cook with a foot and toe was limited in practice today, and he'll be listed as questionable to play versus the Jets. I think he'll play. The Steelers running back room has gotten healthy. Jalen Warren with a knee has been upgraded from questionable, and now he has no injury designation for Sunday's game against the Raiders. So Jalen Warren is officially back for them today in their matchup. Justin Herbert off the injury report. Joey Bosa, Rashawn Slater was listed as questionable. Asante Samuel Jr., Gus Edwards, players like that were listed as out, but some players questionable. That's all for me on Rappaport. Let's what the hell is happening? Adam Schefter. See if we got anything that's different. Tom Brady's expected to be approved as a minority owner of the Las Vegas Raiders at Tuesday's NFL Fall Owners Meeting in Atlanta, league sources told ESPN. I mean, I don't know if this will be a conflict of interest with his announcing job. Well, the Raiders won't be in a position to get Fox's #1 team, so he probably won't cover any Raiders games. He can't go to practices, stuff like that. They probably already told him. But in a fluid and unpredictable situation that seems to change weekly, per Adam Schefter, Devontae Adams still could wind up staying with Las Vegas Raiders rather than being traded, league sources told ESPN. So he wanted traded, and now he might not get traded. I don't believe you, Adam, man. He's going to get traded. I really don't think he's staying with the Raiders. But it's like, he is a big believer in O'Connell, and probably called him one of the best quarterbacks he has played with. Sure about that? Maybe no one wants to trade for him because he's a quitter. Sorry, just how it is. He's a quitter. Quitter. Browns running back Nick Chubb is expected to make his season debut when Cleveland hosts the Bengals in Week 7 per source. Mary Kay Cabot was on it first. So yeah, Nick Chubb will be officially back. That's gonna be huge for Cleveland, the running back, because they really fucking need him. But hopefully the offensive line doesn't get him hurt again. Josh Reynolds for the Broncos and center Luke Wattenberg on place on injured reserve. They've activated Aldrich Eastine from IR and promoted defensive back Tanner McAllister to their active roster. The Saints have elevated safety Jonathan Abrams and guard Chris Reed to their active roster from their practice squad. Activated running back Kendre Miller from the injured reserve and placed defensive back Will Harris on injured reserve. Yeah, he got injured in that Chiefs game. But yeah, Gus Edwards and quarterback Asante Samuel Jr. are both on injured reserve, sidelining them for a minimum of 4 games. Only Chargers should have 2 players on injured reserve. So, Jerome Blount's debut will not happen this week. He's not being added to the 53-man roster with the bye week next week. He's likely going to be active for the San Francisco game. So they have elevated quarterback Amani Oruwariye and linebacker Darius Harris from the practice squad per Todd Archer. They're playing it safe. So, yeah, I knew he wasn't going to play this week. The Browns have activated defensive tackle Michael Jr. off the commissioner's exempt list and is poised to make his NFL debut. Only NFL players can have do violence and yet get like 5-game suspension. That's it. But yeah, Tom Pelissero, we're gonna get with the fines here, get through all that. The NFL, they fined Steelers wide receiver George Pickens $10,231 for displaying a personal message on his eye black last week. I don't know what was on it. Apparently, a costly weight though. He was also docked $10,230 for a face mask on the loss to the Cowboys. Man, all these fines, man. I don't know what the message said. Like, they make up random ass numbers, like $10,231. I wouldn't say it's no fun league. I don't know what it is across is like. Across there, though. What it says with the message. But yeah, George Pickens hasn't had a great start of the year. The NFL fined Bengals wide receiver Jamar Chase $19,697 for unsportsmanlike conduct and a violent gesture as part of this week's celebration. So we're just finding any touchdown celebrations. Violent gesture? What did he even do? The running with the belt thing, but I don't know how that's violent. The NFL fined 49ers organization $100,000 for linebacker Dre Greenlaw, $14,000 for an incident. So they fined the organization $100K, Dre Greenlaw $14,000 for an incident last week in which Greenlaw, who's on the PUP list, shoved Cardinals tight end Trey McBride. McBride was also fined $9,545 for unsportsmanlike conduct. And Travarius Ward was also fined $11,000. The NFL fined Bucks nose tackle Vita Vea $14,000 for unsportsmanlike conduct and a violent gesture, his sniper celebration last week. Whatever, man. No fun league. Darius Slayton and Colts Josh Daniels, who were both flagged for the way they sealed the first downs last week, were not fined. So the NFL is just inconsistent with their fines. Tershawn Wharton was fined $11,817 for unnecessary roughness of the Chiefs. John Franklin Myers of the Broncos was fined $14,000 for unsportsmanlike conduct. Jalen Ramsey was fined $16,883 for roughing the passer. Tank Bigsby got fined $6,531. Dalton Schultz $11,225. J.C. Horn $11,000. Matt Pryor $6,527. Bears and Panthers players. DJ Johnson was also fined. Panthers, Tommy Tribble $17,000 fine. But yeah, Aaron Rodgers is good to play. So yeah, that's all I say. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, more time out. Peace.